we're gonna do is I'm gonna read you a really cool, fun story. And if you look closely in the story, you're gonna see some of those landforms that we just talked about. This is called Green on Green, and it's written by Diane White. So let's look at this book. And as we go through the book, I want you to point out some landforms that you might see that we've already talked about, okay? Oh, let me see. Okay. Yellow the flower, yellow the seed, yellow and black the buzzing bee. Now, Hannah, do you see anything in this picture that we've talked about already?
The water.
The water, right? What body of water do you think that might be?
It could be the ocean.
The ocean. What tells you? What gives that away in this picture?
Maybe that.
That kind of looks like an island, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right, let's find out. Lemonade petals, sunflakes between. Lemonade, sunflakes, and yellow on green. Spring the meadow, spring the pond, spring the season of new bird song.
That could be a pond.
Pond, it could, couldn't it? And we talk about bodies of water, and a pond is a body of water, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Gentle the breezes, rain between, breezes and rain, and yellow on green. Oh, Hannah, look at this picture. What do you see in this picture?
That's the ocean.
It is the ocean, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember if the video talked about this, but right here, this is called a shore. And a shore is where land meets a body of water. Have you ever been on a shore before?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you made sand castles maybe?
Yeah, we've gone to the beach.
There you go. All right. Blue the coral, blue the shell, blue and white the foaming swell. Oh my goodness, look at this picture. This book, it uses the word swell. And looking at this picture, is there any other landforms that you might see? And it's okay if you don't.
I don't know.
Okay. So right here, if you can tell, the land between these two places has water going in it, right? That's kind of like a cove or maybe like a swell, what they're talking about in the book, okay? So like a cove is like where the water meets two spaces in between. Turquoise the water, teal between, turquoise, teal, and blue on green. Do you see anything in this picture?
All the bottom of the ocean.
The bottom of the ocean, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember Moby said that there can be plateaus even in the ocean?
Yeah.
Does that look like a plateau to you?
Not really.
Not really, right? Because it's not flat, is it?
Mm-mm.
Maybe it's like a cave or something like that.
Maybe.
Okay. Summer the picnic, summer the peach, summer the season of wave and beach.
They talked about this in the video.
They did, didn't they? What did they talk about? Do you know what this could be called?
They talked about the grass of it.
The grass. The grass? If you see, there's nothing really on the grass, is there? It's just plain open field. That's called a prairie. And prairies are like wide open fields with just grass, and there's not very many trees usually. We can see that there's not very many trees in our picture, can we?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad you pointed that out. Good job. Endless the sun, shade between, sun and shade, and blue on green. Ooh, what season do you think that is now?
Fall.
Fall. Brown the squirrel, brown the mouse, brown the trees around our house. So anything you notice about this picture?
You can see the island again.
You can see the island. Do you see all these trees right here?
Mm-hmm.
That could be a forest, don't you think?
Yeah.
Forests were talked about in that video
They
too,
were.
weren't they? Okay. Cinnamon spice, almond between, cinnamon, almond, and brown on green. Fall the pumpkin, fall the corn, fall the season of toasty and warm. Friends round the table, candles between, table and candles and brown on green. There's that island again. White the breath, white the snow, white and black the cawing crow.
There's the forest again.
There's another forest, isn't there? Good job. Ooh, gray the sky, taupe between, gray and taupe and white on green. Now, Hannah, what do you see in this picture? Do you see anything different that we maybe haven't seen before?
Yeah, they're kind of like hills.
Hills, right? Which we talked about. Moby went skating down, didn't he? Now those are hills. Do you see this lower part of the hill right here?
Yeah.
That's called a valley. And valleys are points of hills where they kind of cross and meet when it's the lower part. Good job. All right. Winter the sparkle, winter the chill, winter the season of hope and goodwill. Peaceful the evening, pine between, evening and pine and green. On green. The end. Did you like that story? It had a lot of landforms in it, didn't it? Okay, so that is one of the next activities is going to transition into something else. If I can get my paper. Okay, so now what I'm going to have you do is we're going to be making a flip book. Or it's kind of like a layered book. You can call it either way. But basically, I'm just going to have you make this kind of like how I made it here. And if you can tell, there's some different landforms in it, isn't there? Do you notice anything off the bat that we've talked about before? Or maybe something we haven't talked about?
The ocean and the island.
And the island, right? What else?
A mountain. And then
mountain.
it's the valley you said in between
It
the mountains.
is. That's the valley that the mountains go in between. Anything else that maybe we haven't talked about yet?
We haven't talked about that.
This is a volcano. Have you heard of a volcano before?
Yeah.
What about a volcano have you heard about?
They're really tall
Are
and
tall.
they blow up with stuff coming out of the top.
They
of it.
do, and that's called lava. Volcanoes spew lava, and that's another landform that we really haven't talked about. But I'm sure you've seen it before. Okay, so I'm going to help you kind of make this. And we have some colored sheet of paper. We have some colored sheet of paper and some markers. And if you need help, you can just let me know. But basically what we did is we're going to be putting these sheets of paper in this color order. So I guess I'll name off the colors and then you lay it out for me, okay?
Okay.
So first blue. Might all just be flipped. Blue, then brown. Yes, and these layers will be under each other. Then green. Then orange. And then red. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this staple out so I can show you the different layers. Uh-oh, you ripped. That's okay. I'm gonna show you the different layers that this flip book makes up, okay? All right. Okay, so first we have the ocean. You can just draw the ocean however you want. See how the waves are? And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be layering these on top of each other. And they're going to form a landform flip book. So I'm going to let you get started on that, okay?
Okay.
Hey, Hannah, looks good. What are you working on?
This is the ocean.
The ocean. Looks good. Can you show the camera for us? We'll just have you show it. Here we go. There's our layered ocean.
And the island.
And the island. Good job. All right, keep working. You're doing a good job. Okay, Hannah, looks good. What did you just draw with the brown strip?
A plane.
A plane. Do you remember what a plane was?
It was the flat space with lots of grass.
It
Like
was.
like with prairies.
Good job. Looks good. Keep working. Ooh, those look good. What are you drawing next?
These are the mountains.
Mountains.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And then I'm gonna add a valley in the middle like you did.
Oh my goodness. And then I didn't label this, but what is this right here that I drew?
Like a pond.
A pond or like a body, a small body of water?
Yeah.
Remember there was like rivers that come down between valleys
Yeah.
and mountains. It usually happens when the snow at the top melts. It goes down.
Ooh.
Beautiful. Good job, Hannah. Looks so good. Next, we'll do this.
Okay.
This is a canyon. You see these different colors that I kind of colored on here?
Mm-hmm.
Typically, canyons have layers of rock. And they stack upon each other. So these colors can kind of show that if you want to do that as well.
Okay.
Good job, Hannah. Keep working.